fettuccine alfredo. Possibly the most popular Italian dish in America. The Olive Garden special. Even Mr. Beast's favorite pasta.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
I love fettuccine.
Oh my god. It's good?
It's just really good.
But the problem is, it's not Italian. It's Italian-American. That's me, that's my book. Here is the American Alfredo, and here is the Italian Alfredo. Can you spot the difference? Although this recipe's more American than Italian, it holds a deep place in my heart. Chicken fettuccine Alfredo was my first viral video. I threw on an undershirt, a chain, and I started talking like this. A couple moments later, 5 million likes, 30 million views. Wait, you wanna see the video? Here's the video.
What goes in hot and comes out soft and wet? Pasta, you.
I used to be a little crazy, and now I'm just crazy for pasta. Obviously, I'm gonna show you guys how to make both. First, chicken breast. We're gonna give this a light pound. And now, some salt on top, both sides, and a little black pepper, bitch. Medium-high heat, let's go in with some olive oil. Casual. Nice drizzle. Olive oil's a bit spicy, you should try it. The salt brings the moisture out, so we're gonna pat it dry just a little bit. Look at all that moisture. That's what he said. Now, into the pan. Don't touch the chicken. Let it sit. When it's ready to flip, it won't stick. While the chicken cooks, let's prep some of the other stuff. 3 cloves of garlic. Take your knife, smash it down. That makes it a whole lot easier to peel. What the? Substitute coming in. Cut off the end pieces like that. Now chop it up. Perfect. I recently learned a hack for parsley. You take it, you shove it through the hole, you pull, and boom. It's just not even worth it. Do things traditional. Now we chop up the parsley. Looks like the chicken is ready to go. See, it's just moving around. Time to flip. Beautiful crust. Beautiful golden brown on both sides. That's when you know to take it out. Once the chicken's done, we gotta get the pasta cooking. This part's optional. Sofia Vergara lighter. Isn't she such a beauty? Smoke the pasta. Go ahead and salt the boiling water. And if you want to look cool for your friends, squeeze with your fingers like this, twist, and drop. Guys, if the water is boiling enough, you don't need to break the pasta. In just a second, all of it falls down. Now the pasta's cooking, get the heat back on. Nice and low. Let's do half a stick of butter right into the pan. Garlic into the pan. Gotta let this cook for a second. Smells real good, baby. You want to make sure to scrape all the brown parts, because that's even more flavor. Now some heavy cream. This is what makes it American. We're gonna let this simmer and start grating up some fresh Parmesan. Oh, looks like I got a snack. I'm gonna grate up a good amount. That's what makes this stuff taste real good. Yeah, that should be good. Let's test the pasta. I heard if it sticks to the ceiling, it's ready. It's not ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put about half of the cheese into this and let it melt. You can see it's starting to create a nice Alfredo sauce. Marron. Once the pasta's about 2 minutes from being done, toss it in the sauce. And now we grab a nice little scoop of pasta water. Here's where things get real. A little more Parmesan on top. Sprinkle in some of that parsley. You wanna save a little bit for garnish? Same with the Parmesan. Now, we toss. You can do it like me. You know, you can stir it around like this. But obviously, if you do it like me, you're Italian. Once the pasta sucks it all up, it's ready to go. Gonna grab some of this, twirl it up, and lay it down. Now let's lay down some sauce, little Parmesan, and a little more parsley. Last thing to do is slice up this chicken and lay it on top. This is the American fettuccine Alfredo. Looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Oh, wow. As always, buon appetito, bitch. I mean, look, guys, when you take that much butter, that much Parmesan, that much cream, and you put it all together, and you add a little more salt and more black pepper, you seriously got something special. But that's not why we're here. Let's toss this apron back on. This is who I am now. Now, before I get into this, move that over. Let me give you a brief history of pasta. Chapter 1, Fettuccine Alfredo. There once was a man who went by the name, you wouldn't believe it, Alfredo. He is the inventor of fettuccine. Is that true? Go ahead and use ChatGPT. He was a restaurateur that invented the dish for his wife. She was struggling with nausea during her pregnancy. I feel pregnant after what I just ate. He decided to make this simple pasta dish of a creamy butter emulsion with fresh Parmigiano Reggiano, not Parmesan. Parmigiano Reggiano is a special aged Parmesan cheese. If the label doesn't say Parmigiano Reggiano, it is not Parmigiano Reggiano. To begin this simple dish, we're gonna make the pasta homemade. It's actually a lot easier than you'd think. Right here is about 1.5 cups of flour. We're gonna dump that down and make a nice little well in the middle. And now, we crack in 2 eggs, a little drizzle of olive oil, oil, and a small pinch of salt. And now we're simply gonna slowly stir. You wanna incorporate the flour and keep stirring it up, like you're scrambling eggs. To make things easier, I'm using a bench scraper. Makes it a lot easier. And now once you got this crumble, you wanna start forming the dough ball. All you really gotta do is just squeeze everything together. You wanna squeeze and push. It gets a little messy, but the fun things in life get a little messy. You wanna do this for like 5 minutes at least, because what you're doing here is activating the gluten in the flour. Like everything, it takes practice. If you have any doubt that you can do it, there are 95-year-old women in Italy that make thousands of pieces of pasta every single day. Old ladies, you can do it. They can do it better. They'll always do it better, but you can do it. Now we're just gonna wrap it up, toss it in the fridge. Give it about 20 minutes. The baby is awake. Wait, don't hit babies. To make things a little easier, I got some semolina flour, sprinkle it on top and all over the board. Give it a nice press and roll it out. For the sake of time and effort, I'm gonna be using this machine which flattens the dough nice. If you wanna do it by hand, you're gonna have to wait for me to make a whole video on that. Now we roll it through. Keep going. It's gonna get real long. Throw it over my shoulder. Woo! This thing is literally as tall as me. 6 feet! 6, 7.
I just bit right on the highway. Track Hawking sitting in the driveway.
Now I've got to square it off and make this about as long as some fettuccine. And now we go in with the fettuccine piece, and then we repeat the process. After a couple steps, you got your pasta. It's beautiful. Real low heat, whole stick of butter. Melt it down. Way too much butter. Half a stick of butter. Butter burns really, really easy, so keep it low. Get the water boiling, drop in some salt. Put a little more butter. Now let's cook the pasta. Homemade pasta, just a few minutes it's done. To make sure the butter doesn't burn, I'm gonna go in with some pasta water. Gonna make it more saucy. After about 2 minutes, toss in your fresh pasta. Another splash of pasta water. Now here's where the magic happens. Grate in that fresh parm. Small pinch of salt. Scrunch of black pepper. You see the cream that created? A beautiful dish for a beautiful plate. Wait, a beautiful plate for a beautiful dish. This is the real fettuccine Alfredo. But could this possibly compete with the flavor of the other one? You've got one dish with so many ingredients and the other dish with 3. The simple, the real fettuccine Alfredo. Buon appetito, bitch. There's something about the simplicity. I can't believe I'm saying this. I put these at a very, very competing level. And this one doesn't even have all the other stuff the other one had. The simplicity in the Italian cuisine is unlike anything else because the quality of the ingredients. You got good butter, good Parmigiano Reggiano, and some homemade pasta. It's beating that box pasta any day of the week. The Italians and the Americans have been fighting about food for so long, and that's why I decided to come out with a book combining the two, because I am the face of the Italian Americans. Combining authentic dishes like carbonara and mixing in Italian American recipes like calamari. Let's settle this debate and come together. Italians and Americans need to unite. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next video.